Excuse me, miss. What's that you're listening to?
Well, it's a podcast. It's all about this couple from England who are in a lifestyle and they talk about their adventures.
So is that child-friendly then, is it?
No. They say lots of naughty things and they swear a lot. But would you like to listen?
Get in the gym or to your car. With our advice you could go far. We fuck things up and we make mistakes. And talk about our sexy dates. It's getting hard for this to rhyme. Just as well cause it's bed hopping time.
Welcome to this very special edition of Bed Hoppers Podcast. My name is Mr. H. Over with me, as ever, is
Mrs. H.
the ever delightful Mrs. H. This is such a special episode.
Very, apparently.
It's episode 41,
Yeah?
but the number, well, it's my age. Who gives a fuck about that? Right, what we're really here to talk about is it's actually been a year since we started the Bed Hoppers Podcast.
It's an anniversary edition.
It's like 365 days ago we released the first Bed Hoppers.
So a year ago, you put a gin and tonic in front of me
Yep.
and said, "Hey babe, we're going to make a podcast."
Do I sound like that? Hey, babe.
He did on that night to me.
Babe, really dig your styles.
And if I recall, I was a little bit tipsy.
And dubious.
Well, I'm always dubious.
And quite standoffish.
Well, again, this is habitual. This
So,
is nothing
so
new.
you're normally tipsy, standoffish and dubious.
I'm not normally tipsy. It
Oh,
happened
okay.
to be like a weekend.
A date
And
with a Y in it.
And there was a few... Fuck you. And I had
I
a
just
few
did
healthy
that.
gin and tonics.
We just
in
had
me.
sex.
Oh, for goodness sake.
So we would have recorded this earlier, but we had sex.
It's steak and blowjob day.
It is steak and blowjob.
Uh-huh.
I don't recall any blowjobs.
What? Wait, you didn't even ask for one.
What? Why
I
should
don't
have...
recall any steak. Well,
Hang
this
on.
is awkward.
Hang on. Hang on. I cooked for you today.
There was no steak.
There was no steak.
Mm-mm.
There was a nice tapas dish waiting for you as you came through the door.
I agree. Not steak.
Fine.
Hence, no blowjob. No ticket, no taco.
This is the
Worst national holiday ever.
If all the MPs hadn't fucked off already in this country, I'd be writing to one to complain.
Yeah, you go on. You better off writing to one of the cats on the street outside.
They'll do a better job of it, I'm sure. Oh, political in the Bed Hoppers household today. Very political. So it's episode 41. It's our 1 year poderversary
Yes.
since we put those two podcasts out.
And I didn't really know what podcasts were then.
You
I still don't.
you did. You had heard podcasts
Well,
before.
yes, but I
But
was all like, all right, I'll indulge you.
well, talking of indulgence, this is going to be an episode of indulgence, so please bear with us. This is where we wax lyrical about all the awesome things and all the terrible things that we've learned in a year.
And it's where we lick each other's bottoms.
Really? It's not my birthday.
No, it's National
And-
Steak and Blowjob Day. I keep telling you.
I know there was no steak, no blowjob. I'm
Right.
very aware of this. This I have learned. I'm immediately going to go buy some steak tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
All right, I'm down for that.
What, steak and blowjobs?
Well, we've got a very busy weekend.
We do have a very busy weekend. We've got a party to go to, which will have already done by the time you listen to this.
This is like a time zone mindfuck.
A time zone mindfuck.
Yeah, like a time warp.
It's just a jump to the left. And then
Wait,
a step to the right.
You sound like the Joker.
What?
The Joker singing Time Warp. That's like weird.
I think I could do that. I
Well,
probably...
you just did.
Yeah.
Inadvertently.
I'm the Joker.
See?
It's just a jump to the left. And I'm the clown prince of crime. And so on and so forth. Anyways, first things first. Normally we start with a film. We don't have a film on the background because we just had sex and we're not watching a film while we're having sex today.
Right, okay.
But we are going to talk about our favourite films in the last 12 months.
Oh, that's a lot of films.
Well, actually, we've got a list of like 4 films.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah, is that all right?
Yeah. That's
So, films what the Bed Hoppers
Otherwise,
liked.
this would just be a film podcast.
Yes, it would.
People may not want to hear about films.
No, they want to hear about our dirty, naughty things.
What they want to hear is how many of these films had me sobbing into my Sauvignon.
Really?
Yes.
They don't want to hear about how I, held your hands behind your back and pulled you closer.
Anyway, no, of course they don't want to hear that.
Okay.
Because I would never talk about things like that.
Really? Okay.
So
fine.
the answer is probably all 4 of these films that I'm going to mention, or you're going to mention, had me sobbing into a Sauvignon.
You were sobbing Sauvignon tears.
I pretty much do.
It's what the middle class do these days.
Even when I go for gym, I sweat Sauvignon.
So, favourite films in no particular order. 1, Avengers Infinity War.
Outstanding.
Loved it. Great.
Yeah. I haven't actually seen the last trailer.
The one for Endgame.
No.
Oh, I know. It's because we had sex.
Oh, for goodness sake.
If you'd have given me a blowjob, I'd have let you watch the trailer.
This would never have happened.
I know.
All right.
Yeah, it's fine. Next film on the list, one that really made you sob, and I'm not sure why. Bumblebee.
Oh, it was brutal. It was so sad.
Well, it was a bit sad. It was
I
good.
had tears running down my neck, right, in the dark, obviously, because we're in the cinema, into my bento box.
How many middle-class things can Mrs. H say today?
And I fortunately, yes, had this glass of wine with me, which was wonderful. And in the back row, there was a man, brawling over some seat that he'd booked. Do you remember?
Yeah, that was when you were crying. That was happening well before
Well, I
that
know,
happened.
but
Anyway,
it's strange what you remember.
the next film is one that's very dear to your heart.
Oh, it's Mary Poppins.
What, the new Mary Poppins?
Yeah.
Does it have a...
Well, the old film is very dear to my
What's
heart.
it really called? It has a name, doesn't it? It's not like Mary Poppins Does It Again.
Safari Joe does it again.
Nicely shoehorned Thundercats reference there, fans.
I know, right?
It's those pesky Thunder Kittens. Clearly not that.
Mary Poppins... I don't know.
Ruther Khan. Whatever it was the new...
has a bath.
She does have a bath. Anyway, so Mary Poppins.
Yeah, the new one.
The new one. And then finally, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Now, that was a hidden surprise for me in terms of how much I enjoyed it.
I knew I was going to love it because it's a cartoon and it's about Spider-Man and it looks like a comic book.
Didn't we see it on your birthday?
We did see it on my birthday.
Aww.
It was the Shiznay. Amazing film. If you've not seen it, go out and see it or buy it.
Oh my god, it was amazing.
It's great. Fantastic.
And I don't even really like cartoony things that much. But I totally love this.
I enjoyed it.
And I was, again, blubbing into my glass of wine.
Yeah, this is the thing. So, TV. Right, moving on from movies. Because,
Yes.
we've got to get onto the sexy bits.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, right. So, TV. I'm going to throw in one which we watched recently that we loved, that we talked about on the podcast. And that's The Secret Diary of Adrian Mole.
Good old retro blast from the past. Yeah.
Blast from the past.
Blast from the
Master.
past. I loved that.
That was good. I enjoyed that. I think we've got season 2 to go through as well, yeah, which will be good. The Punisher, I really like that. I thought that was pretty good this year.
Again, brutal.
Brutal, but good. Wanderlust, actually, I quite enjoyed.
Ooh, yeah.
Now, I don't think... I found it a little bit depressing, and
You find a lot of things depressing.
Yes, but not as depressing as the last one on this list. But I think for me, it was interesting seeing a sort of lifestyle polyamory thing.
It explored open marriages.
Open relationship.
Yeah.
On television.
Right.
Wow. On BBC, I think, wasn't
yeah,
it?
a BBC drama exploring open
It's the
relationships.
broadcasting one, not the other one, we should point out. It's quite important that we do that.
God, yeah.
It wasn't all about the BBC.
But it was quite a brave move, I thought.
Yeah, it was interesting. And it wasn't all totally negative. There was some positive to it as well, which I quite liked.
There was a lot of positive to it.
And it's linked to the first thing that I mentioned as television. In fact, it was the chap that was from The Secret Diary of Adrian Mole.
Oh my god, that blew my mind.
Right?
Because
Unlike
we'd
I was
seen
blown
him.
today.
Oh my goodness. You didn't mention it.
Oh, did I not?
You didn't
okay.
even know it was Steak and Blowjob Day until I messaged you this morning.
Yeah.
You still don't know it's
Still
Steak and
didn't know,
Blowjob
right,
Day
no,
because
still.
no blowjob.
No, I know, right? Anyway, so Wanderlust, go see it. It's got the kid from Adrian Mole in it who plays his best mate, Nigel.
Nigel, yeah.
That was funny. And then the last one, which we watched very recently, was Afterlife with Ricky Gervais. Now,
Heartbreaking.
it was a bit depressing.
But it's so funny, the juxtaposition, I think, of the humour and the rawness of everything is just beautifully done.
Yeah, I liked it, although it was pushing too close to depressing for me.
But it covered some really important issues.
It did. It
and
really
I thought they did it really well.
I know. So if you haven't seen that, go see that as
And
well.
it dropped the C-bomb quite a bit.
It did. You love a good C-bomb, don't you?
I do, but it lightened it up. It needed it.
Really? Are you going to drop a C-bomb now?
Why would I do that?
Because you want to.
No, I don't. I use it all the time. But
So if anyone wants Mrs. H to drop a C-bomb, please send us a postcard, check, I don't know, something.
Nah, nachos.
Puppies,
I'll do it for nachos.
kittens,
Nachos.
nachos. All right.
Anyway,
Fine.
the
Fully
kittens are all
loaded.
busy trying to run Brexit at the moment.
Exactly. Right. Anyways, so that was our film and TV brief review of the year. The next bit and the album of the year, I'm going to go to the Flight of the Conchords live album, which they released last week, because we're in the crowd.
Ah, yes.
So
Oh, Jermaine. Lovely Jermaine.
anyway, enough about Jermaine.
If
Moving
any
on.
of our listeners look a little bit like Jermaine or, wear dickish glasses like Jermaine or have like
or from New Zealand.
or from New Zealand and sound a bit like Jermaine.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
I'll be
Put your
quiet.
pants back on, dear. Hey, speaking of pants, I got a new pair of pants today. In fact, I got 2 new pairs of pants today.
You are like squirrel today.
Well, maybe.
Your mind is all over the place.
It is, but it's good. It's a roller coaster of rambling Mr. H-ness. So yeah, I got 2 new pairs of pants. They're sex pants.
I got no new pants.
Did you not?
Nope.
Okay, fine.
Just saying.
All right, fine. Well, maybe if I'd have had that blowjob,
Maybe if I'd had a steak.
maybe that would have been a mistake. Anyway, so I got new pants. They're cool. They're sexy. I'll surprise people with them at some point soon.
Surprise!
I
At
know.
work on Monday.
Well, I can't reveal what the pants are.
Just turn up at work and take your trousers off.
Just in case we run into some listeners or people who listen and they want
you want to reveal these
I want to
sexy
reveal the pants so they can go, oh, wow.
yeah.
How you doing? And that's just the chap. Anyway, right. Next bit of this podcast is that actually we wanted to talk a bit about what the podcast has done for us over the last year.
That's a great subject, actually.
Well, let's not dwell too long on it.
All right.
We spent 12 minutes or something talking about TV
and your pants
and blowjobs and lack of them.
Ooh, bitter. Much.
No, I'm not bitter. Anyway, so I think the first thing that we absolutely have to say without question is that we are so happy that people listen. And actually meeting those listeners, I mean, we've met quite a few listeners now.
We've met quite a few. But what struck me is just how much people love to get in touch.
Really?
And it staggers me that so many people will refer to bits of our podcast and make some interesting commentary about it. And I just never really thought we'd get that much response.
I never thought Yoko would have a fan club.
She
Apart
really
from me.
does. The grumpy little trash panda has her own fan club.
I know, people know her. It's quite funny. But honestly, thank you from the bottom of our bottoms, or hearts, or whichever one comes first.
Bottom of your bottom?
Yeah, it sounded good when I said it, but it didn't really, did it?
Okay.
Yeah, but thank you for listening.
Yes.
It really means the world to us. And if you've gotten in touch with us before, and hopefully we've helped you or spoken to you or met you,
or Pokemon friended you.
yes, or poked you. Honestly, we are not worthy. We're not worthy. Thank you.
Yeah, we've met some amazing friends through this.
I know, right? Well, I think actually with listeners, it's been fantastic actually getting out and about. So Desire was our first big sort of
foray
into meeting some listeners.
Yeah.
And then since then we've gone on to meet a number of them as well, and they've all universally been amazing, awesome people.
Yeah, I agree.
Which leads me to believe that all of our listeners are universally awesome people.
Well, they must be if they listen to you waffling on about
Well, yeah,
things.
anyone that puts up with me, well, they're either very bored or amazing. So I'm going to go with amazing. Thank you. Hopefully we've not bored you just yet. So with that in mind, actually, I had a look, and this did make me laugh at some of the reviews that we've had over the last year. So I thought I could always read some out in a funny voice because, that's what I normally do. But Mrs. H said I shouldn't do that.
I did.
Didn't you? So I'm not going to read out those reviews. No.
Because there's something far funnier you could refer to.
What could I refer to?
I really like that one really terrible review we got.
We've got 2 really bad reviews at the moment.
But one of them just made me laugh so much. And I don't know if that was their intention,
Is
but it had me laughing all day.
Is this the one that says, "Go to a clinic for a check. Yes, you did get abused at VA, mister. You should have gone ballistic."
That is pretty funny.
That is pretty funny. Okay, so we had that one. That was a 1star review by the lovely Julie Hicks. Hello, Julie Hicks, if you're still listening. Thank you for that review.
And if you are still listening, why?
Yeah, we did go for a check. Of
course.
We did that. Yes, Mrs. H was, well, it wasn't so great. But, going ballistic probably wouldn't have helped.
No.
I probably should have gone a bit ballistic, but, that's not me. That's not my style. And then we had another 1-star review somewhere, I think. Oh, yes. Which is called Good Podcast from Rich and Missy.
Oh, rather confusingly, yes.
Which I think they rated us like a 4-star or something, and then downgraded us to a 1 rather recently. And they said that they couldn't take the unfunny Star Wars voices. You're not spelt right. Just awful at it. My last listen. So we're sorry, guys. The Star Wars impressions are being faded out.
What?
No fucking way.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think it's possible for me to do that.
But,
But if we find them, we will crush them, grind them into tiny pieces and blast them into oblivion. Anyway, fine. So we've had a few shitty reviews. We've had lots of nice ones from amazing people all around the globe, which is fab. So thank you, guys. We're not going to sit here and blow our own trumpets because that'll get a bit boring for you.
Well, according to you, I should be blowing it because it's steak and blowjob day.
Well, this is true, and I'm glad that you've finally admitted this.
No, I said according to you. There was no admission of... or acceptance that I am performing this act.
Well, I'm sure we can squeeze something in at some point before we go to bed. Anyways, other things that we wanted to talk about. Meeting and befriending other peeps. Mrs. H. This journey has been amazing. And actually, meeting some of the other podcasters, as well as the listeners, has been fucking amazing.
It's been one of my favoritist things. Favoritist isn't even a word.
Favoritists. You complete and utter favoritist. So, meeting some genuine heroes and some people that started off at the same time as us as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to read out some names because, it'd be rude not to name check them. So, Bradford and Angela from By the By, love those guys. Kate and Daryl from Swinging Down Under. Finn and Emma!
Oh, they're so lovely.
And Naughty Escapades. The list goes on and on and on. But honestly, those guys are awesome. You're all awesome, and the people that we've met are awesome, and hopefully the people that we're yet to meet are also going to be awesome.
And I think what people are trying to do with their podcasting is fantastic. They give it their time and they put these things together in the hope that people out there will gain something and listen to them and, gain some bit of humour and a bit of insight into their lives. Certainly it's been life-changing for me. I've listened into, these people's lives and I've just been so honoured to meet them.
I know, and you like being nosy as to what they're up to. Quite frankly, if there's an Instagram you can follow and just see where they're going this particular week, then you're extremely happy.
I'm outraged. This is not true.
Yeah, honestly, it would be so easy to lure you back to someone's house because all they'd have to say is, no, bear with me. All they'd have to say is, do you want to see my house? And you'd be like, yeah, I love fucking seeing houses. And you'd be all over it. You'd be there looking around the house, nosing around, seeing what it's like. So I think that would definitely happen. So other things that have been our favourite moments over the last year. Some of our adventures. The alpaca farm. I can't not say it. That was amazing.
That is up there as one of my firm favourites of an experience I won't forget.
It's one of those stories that
the year on an alpaca farm.
Yeah.
I can't beat it.
Well, that was good. I think actually though it's not a great thing, but telling the Special Brew story.
Oh, Special
Right
Brew.
at the start of our podcast.
He did so much for us in such a negative way.
But
because he defined the mistakes that we should never make again. Yes.
And honestly, although we keep making fucking mistakes, they get, they're less.
Nothing's going to ever be on that level.
No, well, I hope not. But I kind of love telling that story. It's, it's one of my favourite stories. It's not your favourite story, which I suspect I can pick out. Let me psychically read your mind of your favourite story.
You can psychically read my mind if you like.
Chunder, Muff, ho! So,
Oh, Mr. H, I can't help but love that episode.
Well, the thing is that every time,
it's so endearing.
every new listener we speak to, or that gets in touch, or we want to watch the podcast, you tell them to listen to fucking episode 8.
Never mind the first 7 episodes. Just skip straight to Chundermuff episode 8, and you will laugh your tits off.
You might laugh. Yeah, but it makes me look like a complete cunt.
No, it does
It
not.
does.
It makes you human and makes you very endearing.
Well, maybe, but I'm
Poor
prepared
old
to
Icarus flew so close to the sun that day.
He really did. He really, really, really did. So there was that. I also like the Yoko eats the condom story.
Little trash panda.
Little trash panda. I can't even say it without laughing.
She cost us so much money that day, all for the sake of a hot weekend.
That's true.
Little trash panda.
And what else this year? So we've been on other people's shows.
Yep.
We were on Kate and Daryl's show.
Mm-hmm.
We were on
Normalising.
You can't still.
I can't
you
even
still
say
can't.
it. I still can't.
You
say
got to
it.
adopt the voice. You got to go.
I still can't say it.
If you do it in that voice, it's much easier.
Finn and Emma's show.
Finema.
Yes.
I
just love winding him up.
Well, we're going to crown them Finema. I think we've done this before, but I'm going to continue to put this out there until people adopt it.
I love those guys.
They're lovely.
He cracks me up.
He does. And we were on.
We've
been on a few other shows as well. We appeared on a crossover with Bradford and Angela.
We did.
We were on Average Swingers, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We did that. And we've been name checked in a few others. Anyway, I should have written some better notes than what I wrote. So if we've been on your show and we haven't mentioned it, we're very, 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 very sorry. Please write into us and we'll, I don't know, we'll do like a free 10-minute segment for you or something. It'll be the best quality 10 minutes that you'll get from us. And we'll even promise not to drink too much before we record, if such a thing is at all possible. So, and the other thing, this year, so we had the podcast and it started out and it was all, it was like the intro, do you remember it? It used to fucking annoy the tits off of me.
Oh, it really did, didn't it?
Yeah, until we got the music.
Ah, your lovely uke.
Yes, I really enjoyed doing that. However, I'm gutted because I can't remember how to play the fucking thing. I need to sit down.
I can. When I have a shower, I go and sing it.
How does it go?
Oh, I can't remember now.
Go on.
No,
go on.
About
Go
something
on.
else. I'm not having a shower. I can't remember.
Sing the interview one.
I can't remember that one.
It's.
We rarely have an interview.
We haven't used it for
That was
so long.
confined to the archives.
Just the tip.
Oh, no, I don't know. Something like Going Balls Deep.
So
that right?
the thing that you sing in the shower, apparently every single
It
day.
just like habitually just comes out of me when I'm in the shower. Sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Weird.
fine. Maybe I should change the lyrics and see if you notice.
In the car or in the gym, something like that.
In the car or in
Yeah.
the gym, Mr. H will love your quim.
That is not what you sing.
Mrs. H give you a ride.
No,
Just
don't.
as well because it's bed hopping time.
No, that is not the song.
That's definitely how it went. Anyways, right. So we finally had
I've
some
got one more
music.
mention.
What?
The lovely rocket. Naughty rocket.
What?
The lovely gin tour we did.
The lovely gin rocket that we had. What?
Rocket gin. What?
I was going to
Oh
come
my
back.
God.
I was going to come back to these guys. I know.
Oh,
got
were
them.
you?
Yeah, I was. But we got to meet them as well.
Well, yeah, I had them in my kind of. These are all the
Pause
lovely.
in your mouth.
Stop it!
Oh,
That man has lovely eyes.
he does, doesn't he?
He has the most beautiful twinkling blue eyes I've ever seen.
Does he now?
Yeah. It's going to be really bad if they're not blue now, isn't it? Are they actually green though? No, I'm sure.
What about my lovely red eyes? Never mind about him. He knows he's got nice eyes. What about my eyes? Let's talk about me.
You've got beautiful eyes.
Thanks. There we go. Acknowledged.
Absolutely
Where's my
beautiful.
blowjob?
That's my fucking steak.
With my fucking blood. Make no mistake, Kyle. By the end of this night, you will suck my balls. So, over the last, I guess, 6 months, 12 months, I don't know, this period of time, we've been working our way around some of the clubs in the UK.
Yeah, we ramped up our club experience.
Not just the UK.
No.
We went to Desire,
Mm-hmm.
which we mentioned just a minute ago. But
Yeah.
we're mentioning it again for the sake of talking about clubs.
Okay.
That was pretty awesome.
So do we have some favourite clubs that we've been to?
Well, I did like Desire.
Yeah.
Vanilla Alternative is probably the one that we've talked about the most, I think.
I think it's probably the one that sticks in my mind as being an all-round great experience.
Much like my cock will stick in your mouth, being an all-round great experience later.
Good grief, man. Let it drop. There is but an hour and
There's
10
but.
minutes left
Awesome.
of this national holiday, which is not being observed.
There's going to be some butt. Brilliant.
That is not a national holiday.
Okay, what National Butt Sex Day?
Butt and Tacos Day.
But that's probably not a great combination, is it? That's like a Dyson with danger moment.
Yeah, maybe.
Although
Butt tacos.
Butt tacos, yeah, sounds like an interesting conundrum. So where else have we been? We went to Townhouse,
Tonos.
which we talked about recently. That was quite nice. We went to Purple Mamba,
Yeah.
which is nice as well.
Funky little club.
Yeah,
Like
the
that.
boudoir was all right.
Yep.
I think we're going to go back there soon.
Yeah, we will.
Have another look. Check it out.
And be better.
Yes.
Be braver.
Be bolder. Be stronger. Work it
Yeah.
harder. Make
Wait,
it
this is
faster.
going to
do
like a
it.
Star Trek, like boldly go.
Oh, I was going Daft Punk.
Yeah, you were a little bit, weren't you?
Yeah.
We weren't so joined up there.
Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it. So yeah, so we've been to loads more places than we ever had before. And I think part of that is the podcast actually forcing us in a way, because we committed to go around to lots of clubs and see what they were like and review them, which we've been doing. And there's more to do in that space. But actually, I think it's really helped us get out there. Now, what it hasn't helped us do is talk to people while we're fucking there, and we need to get better at doing that, as we spoke about in our last episode.
We haven't always messed it up, but we could be a lot better.
We could.
Yeah, and we obviously had a spectacular fuck up recently, didn't we?
I wouldn't
Which
say
we
it was a spectacular fuck up.
Well, we disappointed ourselves.
Mostly, I think you just disappointed everybody, and you know, I've got to take maybe 1% of that problem, and
Yeah.
and so
turn it sideways and stick it up your bum.
How dare you?
Well, I'm sorry, but we were talking about rock the other day, and I just suddenly remembered some of my favourite.
Hang on.
phrases
So you
from
were
him.
thinking of The Rock, and you thought "stick it up your bum."
Well, he refers lovingly to a candy ass.
He does. He does refer lovingly to a candy ass. Wrestling. Right. Anyway, so we talked a bit about clubs, and we've done that quite a lot. And obviously, there's more to do in that arena.
Yeah.
There's some local places that we're going to go to that look a little less enticing. So we're going to chuck ourselves out there. Oh, we went to Angels as well. Yeah. Anyway, so we're going to go to some more clubs and talk to you about that soon. We've got a big party to go to this weekend.
Are you excited?
No, it's just pleating my trousers.
It's just the way you're sitting.
Yeah. If there was a thought of
Where's my fucking steak? Don't even go there unless there's a rump steak waiting for me.
I'll rump the shit out of you later. Right, anyways, so that was the clubs. What have we learned in our adventures?
All right. What I have learned
Yes.
is not to drink too much.
Yeah, I've kind of learned that. Somehow...
We can jointly take that one on board.
Yeah, if only there was a story, episode 8, which directly told how I drank.
Which really extolled the benefits of maybe not drinking so much.
Yeah, and I think, we've witnessed drink affect other people enough times as well now.
I know we jest a bit, but actually it's an all-round great bit of advice. The demon drink, is a blessing and a curse. I mean, he says sipping a gin and tonic.
Talking.
Stop slurping your drink, that's so rude. I hate that. I hate that.
It's made me choke.
Voiced by your own petard.
You leave my petard in your mouth.
I was trying to explain that the drink obviously is great because it really gives you some Dutch courage and it strips back those inhibitions to a point. But then you get that perfect storm of, the excitement, the adrenaline, the nerves, the too much drink, and before you know it, it's like a hot mess.
Yeah,
So
it's a fine
too
balance.
much of it is.
So the best way to resolve this is to know exactly how much is the right amount to drink. So what you need to do is go home and practice drinking every single day.
Yep, do that.
Until you get it right.
And if your boss questions you, I'm just practicing
The
what
bed hoppers fucking told me to do this.
To practice finding my biting point. Like a hill start.
That's one thing I've not mentioned on my marvellous list of notes.
Mm-hmm.
One of the cool things over the last year has been merch, like business cards and stickers. That's the only merch we've got. But
Oh, yeah.
but I have enjoyed having
Wait,
business cards
what?
and
Isn't the
stickers.
Filthy Towel Company getting involved?
Well, no, I've still not arranged that yet. I need to,
No?
yeah.
I was half expecting that business to be up and running by now.
Look, I got new pants. What more do you want?
Filthy towels.
Exactly. So the other thing that we've learned recently, which we've talked about a little bit already, is putting ourselves out there.
Oh, yeah. We need to get so much better at this.
Yeah.
But we have learned to do a lot with that. If I think back to, I don't know, a couple of years ago, how much more sociable we are now.
That's true. And our ability to flirt really badly has increased dramatically. Yeah. I think it's one of those things where we know what our default is.
Yeah.
And I think it's just making sure that we sense check ourselves and push ourselves out there a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And, we'll try and put that into practice this weekend, which will be good. Although I think we have discovered that big groups might seem scary to us. And I think also getting naked seems scary.
I think the big groups are always going to be up there as one of my less common things I want to get involved with, because they do genuinely scare me a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So much so that they've helped you fail the English language there, dear. Big group scary. Smell bad, Sarah.
I'm a little daunted by the big groups because it is definitely not my default sort of comfort zone. And I really have to sort of make myself get involved with that. But then, do you have to get involved? No, you don't. You only do as much as you want to do.
I think it's that we feel we could be
But-
better.
Or maybe you feel like actually you're not getting the most of your experience if you're purposely withholding bits. And
Yes.
so really you should just dip your toe in and see what you think.
Yeah,
And if you don't like it, just don't do it again.
exactly.
But you might be really missing out on something fun.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always good to try.
I agree.
But they do phase me a little bit.
I think we were a lot more scared of being naked as well. And I think we've kind of overcome that a little bit.
Yeah, which, brings us on to the next one, which is loving our bods.
Yeah, I've loved your bod already today.
Well, I've always loved your bod anyway.
Oh, good.
But I think this has been an interesting... What does that mean?
I've got a Chewbacca like that.
Uh-huh.
Not that I'm long and tall, it's just that I'm hairy.
Mm-hmm. I thought you were referring to me.
Oh, no. Clearly, this
Oh,
is...
no.
This is the... I know that I'm in the moment where you've not had a shave because we're going away tomorrow.
God.
So what I get is like the lesser good one. So as soon as everyone else turns up, they all get the sparkling shaved muff.
Sparkling?
Yeah, it'll be sparkling.
Does it genuinely sparkle?
No, it's just that's the only point you clean it as well.
Am I going to have like a bedazzle?
Yes, totally.
A bedazzle.
a bedazzling. So so I know that I'm fairly used to the fact that when we go away, the day before, 3-4 days before, there is no shaving going on.
All right. Well, this is by the by.
No, it's not. We're the bed hoppers.
I was trying to explain how we love our bodies more now.
Yes, I know that.
Or
You're
kind
very
of-
trying.
Oh, yeah.
Aye.
So it's fair to say at the very beginning we were terrified of revealing our little sort of worries about how we felt about our bodies.
Where are you going with this?
Well, I'm talking about what a journey we've had from sort of not really loving our bodies so much as we do now.
Are you going full Groot with your ability to...
That might be.
You don't talk so good. I flirty, snooty, hooty, flirty, flirty.
Yes.
I think what you're hopefully trying to say is that we've learned to love our bodies, and we've actually learned to put ourselves out there a bit more and be a bit more confident about the way that we look.
Yes, definitely.
And desire was a great way of sort of going through that. Although we shit ourselves before we went, actually turning up, we were naked pretty quickly.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I think we've definitely seen a change in ourselves in that. I think we've also discovered that we are the worst at keeping our normal profile, Fab Swingers, away from our Bedhoppers profile. More people have recognised who we are on the fucking other profile than on the fucking Bedhoppers profile.
Yeah, that's an interesting one, isn't it? Is that because you want to be known now for what you do?
No, I want to be the very best there ever was.
You're using my words against me.
Catch them as my real test.
No,
Train
it's
them
not.
as my goal.
You wouldn't even play the bloody game with me.
I was talking about other swingers.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we started off having two very separate accounts, and then slowly but surely they are merging into one. So whether there's just going to be one account for us in the future, I don't know, but because we do try like a little bit of privacy sometimes, but at the same point, if people can figure out who we are, it's not that difficult. People know our ages, they know the stuff we like, and it's very apparent.
It's not rocket science, is it?
No, it's not really not rocket science. And I think the most important thing that we learned, and Bradford, I still have to salute you. I have to salute you on this one. And when I see you soon, I'm going to give you the biggest fucking hug ever. But what we discovered this year is that Mrs. H can actually have an orgasm with somebody else.
I'm not broken.
You're not broken. And in terms of things that we found this year or things that have happened this year, that was game-changing. So,
yeah.
Bradford, we salute thee.
Bradford, I love your face.
So that was, and what's more, actually, is it's happened again since then.
I know.
And not just with Bradford.
He achieved something magical.
He did. He's unlocked the potential.
Yes. Something
like that. What we smashed the doors in.
He's like unlocked an achievement.
Exactly. 30 G's for that on Xbox.
Yeah.
So that was fantastic, and I think that's made you feel a lot better. And I think you have started to relax a little bit.
I agree. It was like a headspace thing, really.
Yeah.
I had to just stop going at my.
Is it like seeing one of them 3D magic eyes? Once you know where to look and what to do.
Yeah, once you've got the knack of like just going slightly cross-eyed and looking at the image within it, it's kind of easier to tap into, isn't it?
Yeah, it is really. So we're going to stop for a special feature. Let's go for it. So, special feature. For this one, we're going to kind of fly by the seat of our pants.
Oh, God.
Well, it's always best when we do that.
You're going to put me on the spot, aren't you?
I've just been on your spot, so it's time for me to put you on the spot. But, if the blowjob had happened, this might not... I'm joking, it's fine.
Wow.
This would have happened.
Still going there.
I hope so. I still keep coming back. Anyway, the point of this feature is, and it's not going to be a massively long feature, hopefully not anyway, is that we've just written down a couple of questions that we want to ask ourselves or each other. And we don't know what those questions are.
Oh, God.
And we're going to give some honest answers, as much as we can do.
Oh, my goodness. You're going to put me on the spot and I'm going to not have a clue.
Okay.
All right.
So,
as long as it's nothing to do with sat-navs, geography, or the names of all your bloody Dinobots, it'll be fine.
You know the names of all the Dinobots.
Well, I have to think about it.
Go on, what are the names of all the Dinobots?
Oh my God, you put me on the spot with this. Is this genuinely one of your questions?
No, it's not genuinely one of my questions.
Can I look at them when I say it?
Yes.
Right, I don't actually... You've put them all in robot mode, but not even in the dino mode. Oh, that's even worse. Oh, I just have to go with memory. Right, Grimlock.
Yes.
He's the leader of the Dinobots.
Yeah.
Slag.
Yeah.
Don't know what that is. Sludge.
Yeah.
I think that's one with spikes.
Mm-hmm.
Swoop. That's the pterodactyl.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, how many is that? Grimlock. Slag. Sludge. Swoop.
You're doing well.
And there's another one, isn't there?
Yes.
Oh my God.
So, gentle listeners, well, Mrs. H is looking. She's across the way from where she's looking at a number of Transformers on display. There are 5 Dinobots in total, but I've transformed them all to robot mode, so she's unable to figure out what the... Well, it wouldn't make a damn bit of fucking difference.
Why did you do that?
What?
Why did you change them to robots? I can't see their dino
They have been
forms.
robots for the best part of 8 months.
Right. Is there one called Ravage?
No, that's another
Oh.
Transformer.
Does it begin with S?
Yes.
Oh, God. Sludge, slag, swoop. Grimlock doesn't begin with S, but all right. And Snarl?
Yay!
Oh, my God. Is it actually Snarl?
It is actually Snarl.
Yes, nailed it.
So, also, gentle
Oh.
listener, what you won't know is that Mrs. H loves getting questions right. She loves playing the music game. So if I put on some music, the first 10 seconds of it, she has to guess the tune. And I'll do this for like an hour and a half, and you've never seen anyone get so fucking excited about this simple little game. She's so happy.
I'd be great in a music quiz round.
You would be great in a music quiz round. Anyway, right, question.
Oh, that proper stressed me out.
Did it? Okay.
Yeah, I feel a bit
All
hot now.
All right, so ready for your first question?
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah? Okay.
And you promise not about Transformers?
It's not about
All right.
Transformers at all. Well, it could be, but it seems unlikely. So, Mrs. H, we've been talking about... don't try and look at my notes.
I was looking at the picture you drew.
It's a Ninja Turtle.
I know.
We've been talking about the past, been podcasting for a year now. This is our 41st episode. Like, oh my God, right?
Yeah.
Now, what's the sexiest moment that we've had in that time?
In the year we've been podcasting?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, in the capacity of a podcast or just generally in a lifestyle?
Just what's the
Over last
sexiest?
year.
Just don't overthink the question.
I always have to know what the context is.
The context is, in the last year,
Yeah.
what's the sexiest lifestyle moment that you have had?
Oh my God. There's been so many.
All right. Brilliant.
Well, this was a vast question.
It's not vast.
It is.
No, it's not. Just pick one.
Oh, fine. I don't know if it's my final answer, but since you're pressuring me for an answer right now, I might have to pick the fun afternoon of Mario Party
Yeah?
when Bradford made the magical achievement.
Really? Is that- Okay.
Yeah.
What, did he win at Mario Party?
I don't fucking know. We're just talking about the day. Actually, I won one game at some point, I'm sure.
We can't back that up.
I just found that for me was what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
It was, there was so many humorous, positive, kind of fun elements to that day.
Mm-hmm.
And I look back on it with nothing but sort of love for kind of meeting wonderful people and just having an amazing day.
Oh, that's nice. And
Yeah.
nachos.
Oh God, you had a butt fuck of nachos. Butt fuck ton. A fuck ton, not a butt fuck.
Nachos.
Oh my God, there's me and my tender moment about all this stuff, and then I've got the butt fuck of nachos.
And we didn't think that watching the Book of Mormon would influence us at all. Is this a general butt fuck? Or
Yes,
just a regular
maybe that's why it's in my mind.
one? No, it's not.
Maybe
why
it's
in your
you,
mind.
your constant like references to why you're not getting your steak and blowjob thing.
I don't think it's that at all. Right, come on then. What's my question, wench? That was very nice, by the way.
Oh, thanks. Okay, my question is, how do you think the lifestyle has affected our relationship?
It's made it so much worse. I mean, I don't get attention. You're always out seeking new cock
Yeah,
and fanny.
it's alright.
It's awful.
Constantly seeking Dick and Fanny.
From the famous five or whatever it was.
Yeah, Dick and Fanny were genuine characters in my book.
They were. So how has it affected our relationship? I think it has, and I'm going to be a bit cliche here, but it has made us. We've always had an incredibly strong relationship, but I think it's made us stronger, and it's given us a bit of a hobby in a way, a bit of something that we can focus on together. And you know, the podcast has certainly been a bit of a hobby and a bit of something that we talk about and just working through where we're going, what's happening, and using it as an opportunity to kind of self-reflect. Not that we didn't do that anyway. I think we've always been quite
reflective. So I think it's been a really good thing for us. It's made us more confident with each other, but also other people. And I think it's pushed us out there and helped us have adventures together. And we've always loved adventures, but I think this has really helped us sort of do things that we would have never have done before. And just now we think nothing of getting in the car and going away for a weekend and
road trip.
And I love that about us, and I love the fact that our car journeys are often filled with conversation about what's going on, what do we think, what's going on with the show, what we'd like to do, who we'd like to see, all this good stuff, amongst you playing Pokemon and Candy Crush, of course.
These are very important parts of the journey.
Yes, of course they are. They are not part of the foreplay, but they are still very important. So yeah, I think, as a bit of a cliche, has brought us slightly closer together, if that was at all possible. I think it's made us a little bit more not jealous, but I think we're a lot more secure with how we put ourselves out there. But we're also sort of really conscious of how we look and how we present. So it's made us a lot more aware of doing that for the other. He says having just slated his wife for not having shaved because we're going away for a weekend. But generally, we do sort of try and put a lot more effort into what we do and where we go. So for me, it's I think that's been part of it as well. Have I waffled on enough now? Have you got enough answers?
That's lovely.
Was it lovely, was it? But, I don't think there's anyone else I'd rather be on this magical voyage with, be it life, be it the lifestyle, or be it just love. And I think, this has helped us reconnect on so many occasions and given us so many thoughts, and actually just seeing so many couples that are genuinely, honestly in love is really inspiring. And it's really nice to be able to be part of that pantheon of people.
It's one of the nicest things, I think, meeting people who are so in love. It's just so nice to see the lifestyle in a positive way and just see the good bits of it.
Yeah, that's true.
And not
but even if
constantly hear about a negative.
Even if it is, there is a negative bit to it, and at least you can lord it up over that other couple. Like, we're so much more in love than that. That doesn't really happen, I don't think.
No.
But no, so that's my take on it. Ready for your next question?
I've been memorising the rest of the Autobot clan, just in case
the
there's
rest
any...
of the Autobot clan.
Yeah.
I
didn't bother with Decepticons because I thought, nah, he's not going to go there.
I'm not. There are no Transformer
You say
questions.
that.
No, there are not.
All right.
So
hit me.
What? That escalated quickly. Okay. So again, we've been talking about this year-long streak of having been on a podcast and whatnot. If you could go back 1 year and tell younger Mrs. H one thing, give her one bit of advice, what would it be about the lifestyle?
Okay. Well, that's interesting because you've pretty much stolen my second question. So I'm actually gently thrown by the fact that I've now got to think of another question.
Well, tough luck.
Wow. Okay. So what would I go back and tell myself?
Stop stalling.
I'm just clarifying.
Stop Hugh
understanding.
Granting your way through this. Gosh. Wow. Fop. Gosh.
I would go back and tell younger Mrs. H. Oh God, what would I tell her? To not lose sight of the fact that this should be a fun adventure with my best friend, actually, and not to be so hung up on some of the things that probably don't really matter. Because, as you said just now, one of the best things is having an adventure with my best mate. I can't imagine anything more fun than knowing we've got a new trip planned and jumping in the car together and off we go and we pack our stuff and we're like, what's going to happen? It's just so exciting. But I don't think a year ago, or even going back a little bit further than that, I don't think I probably put so much emphasis on those little things. I think I overthought it so much and made it a bit bigger in my head and thought it'd be about I thought it would just be about sex. Not as in I want to find sex, but more I thought there'd be so much more emphasis on, oh, is the sex going to be any good? And, you know, who are we going to meet? Are we going to find them attractive? And actually, the fun part has been all about the finding the nice people and going on the adventures together.
I think the podcast has enabled us to do that a lot more. I mean, we met nice people before we started the podcast. We really had. But I think this has opened us up to so much more. And all the stuff we've learned from interacting with other people has been really useful, I think.
Definitely.
All right. Come on then. What's your question, wench?
Well, since you pretty much stole it, I'm having to think of another one, right, off the top of my head.
Yeah.
So...
My favourite Pokemon is Pikachu.
I don't believe that for a moment.
Pika, Pika, Pika.
Is that really... Would that really be your favourite Pokemon?
My favourite Pikachu. My favourite Pikachu is Pikachu.
I don't think it would be your favourite Pokemon.
The later ones they've designed are fucking terrible. There's just like some child has got a crayon out and skiddled all over the place with the thing. Anyway, what's your question? Come on.
All right, okay. Let's see. Do you have any genuine regrets about entering this lifestyle?
Any regrets? I don't think I've got any lasting regrets, which is unlike me actually. Normally I hold a grudge forever and a day. But I think there's some learnings from it, and I think sometimes those bad situations, like Special Brew that we were talking about earlier, actually, as bad as that situation was, that we really learned a lot and grew a lot from that experience. And the duff parties we've been to, and the strange people that we've met, and the woman that bit me, and all of this stuff, they're not really regrets. I think we probably should have known better, and we should have done more. So if I reflect back, actually, we could have been better lifestylers. But at the same point, it's all a learning experience. It's all a journey. So really, I don't have regrets, because every time something's fucked up, and trust me, we do it a lot. There is some genuine learning. You know, there's stuff like, you know, going to Desire. Would I have done things differently in Desire? Maybe a little bit, but actually, you know what? The way things turned out was okay in the end, and we've come out stronger and better, and we've recognised sort of what works for us, what doesn't. That doesn't mean we're not going to still not fuck it up, but it does mean that we're better people and better lifestyles as a result. I think that's my take anyway. So much like Robbie Williams, I have no regrets, but I do have things that I would perhaps do differently given another chance. But I don't necessarily regret them because I've learned from them.
Exactly, and that's the benefit of hindsight, isn't it? And of course, anyone would go back and do things differently once they've known the outcome of something.
Well, exactly.
But yeah, okay, I was just interested.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad you were interested, because you asked me the fucking question.
Well, yeah, I had to think of a new one.
I was just interested. So, I think we're going to start wrapping things up now. Let's talk about the future. So we've done a year of bed hopping.
We have.
What does the future hold, wife? Well...
We got some exciting things coming up, that's for sure.
We do.
Got some big adventures.
Some very big adventures. So we're going to Australia in May.
Yes, I'm super excited.
So that's going to be amazing. We're also stopping by Singapore, which is going to be incredible.
Yeah.
And actually, thinking about that, it'd be really nice, actually. We're hoping to stop by and see Kate and Daryl, which would be awesome. And they've been absolutely amazing, because they really pushed us out there right at the start.
Yeah, I think they had lots of belief in us.
They did. And I think Kate in particular pushed us from the dirty, murky, dank depths of Reddit into Twitter. So thank you very much.
You make
Kate.
it sound like we were lurking in Diagon Alley.
We were a bit.
Nocturne Alley.
Nocturne Alley.
Oh my God. Never go there.
Why do you look like you've just all of a sudden had a sort of a sploosh of something at that point? She looks really elevated and really excited, guys. If you hear me scream out, please send for help. So, big, massive thanks to Kate and Daryl for their support.
Yeah.
Especially over the first couple of episodes, that was amazing. But also throughout our podcasting career, I suppose. Sounds so formal.
And for Daryl's amazing collection of offensive t-shirts.
Yes.
Wow, that man has a lot of bizarre t-shirts.
And we need to give him more t-shirts, I think. we need to supply him with more t-shirts. So, the future. Yes, Australia. I think we can safely say, now that it's booked, we're going back to Mexico.
Yes, we are.
In November. So we're going to join the Swing Setters.
Yep.
As guests.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to see how that pans out.
Exciting.
That'll be a magical roller coaster ride again. So prepared, whilst we have learned many things, be prepared for a complete and utter full bedhopper mental breakdown in about October.
Oh my God.
So there's that. And obviously, as we said, there's Singapore coming up as well. We've got a big party to go to this weekend. Hopefully we'll be talking about that in the next episode.
This is a really big party.
It's a really big party.
In terms of us, this is probably one of the biggest events we've gone to, I suppose.
Locally.
Yeah.
So there's that. We're thinking about some more merch.
Well, you're always thinking about more merch.
Yeah, we've got some more stickers due to arrive soon.
Oh my God.
But they were cheap. It was good. I got a bargain. I love a good bargain, me. So anyway, we've still got the transparent ones.
What bare naked ladies are you going to plaster these all over?
Any naked ladies I can get my filthy, grubby little paws on. So there's that. But I'm also thinking about some other merch, so I need to get my head around that and sort that out as well.
Yeah, you do.
And the other thing, the last thing, I suppose, is that we're floating the idea of doing some YouTube stuff, which is quite a big step.
That was a big silence.
That was a big silence. So we don't know yet, do we? We're sort of toying with the idea.
We are thinking about the pros and cons of that.
Yeah, because that involves being a lot more out than we are. Obviously, you hear our voices, but you don't see our faces.
No.
But equally, if you're our friend on Fab, you see our faces. If you've met us, you've clearly seen our faces.
Yeah. And
so,
if you go on holiday together, you've seen our faces.
Yeah, so there is an interesting debate that we're kind of working our heads around. So
there's a lot of ramifications of doing it the wrong way. So we need to make sure we've thought it through.
Yeah, so we're doing some tests.
Yeah.
So if you're one of our friends, you may or may not receive a video test again at some point soon while we're working our way through how it might work. Yeah, it's something that we're definitely looking at and trying to figure out whether we can do it, how it would work. Do people have to subscribe to it to keep it hidden? I don't know. YouTube's like another...
I just tend to watch like cats and stuff on YouTube.
And Gemma Marbles and Kermit the dog.
And the amazing dogs that Jenna Marbles has.
Yes, exactly. And binging with Babish.
Because those dogs are awesome.
There we go. So we're having a think about that. But if you've got any thoughts about whether you'd like to see us on YouTube, let us know.
Yoko could be famous.
Sorry?
Yoko could be famous.
Famouser.
Yes.
She's already pretty damn famous. Anyway, so if you want to get in touch, we're on Twitter at BedHoppersUK.
Well, you're always on Twitter, yeah.
Although I did realise the other day that it actually says Bedhoppers suck.
Well, that's a great way of remembering it.
Bedhoppers suck.
Yeah, bedhoppers suck.
So we're there. And bedhoppersuck@gmail.com. Get in touch with us there. And is there any other way people can get in touch? Oh, on Fab, you can see us at Bedhoppers.
Well, yeah.
With all the horses for some reason.
I was laughing at your earlier sort of ruminations about whether we merge our profile. That's all.
Well, yeah, maybe that would help. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. So, please get in touch if you've got any thoughts. We hope you've enjoyed this episode. I know it's been a little bit self-indulgent, and by a little I mean completely and utterly self-indulgent. But honestly, we've had an amazing ride. We can continue to podcast, hopefully for years to come. But let's take it one episode at a time. Thank you ever so much for listening. We do appreciate it, and it's so amazing when people get in touch. So if you've left us a good review, we're sorry we didn't read you out in a funny voice, but apparently I'm not allowed to do that. So if you left us a bad review, apparently
we read you out in a funny voice.
Yeah, like what? If I felt reading out in a funny voice would be rewarding somebody.
Uh-huh.
But no.
Well, maybe
I was
you
going
can
to do it
save
in the style of Nanny from Count Duckula.
No,
I'll
no.
get it, Ducky Boos.
I don't think anyone leaving
Thank
you
you,
review
developers, for
would
my wonderful review.
ever want to hear their review read out like that.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Do you not think?
Maybe the Matt Berry voice would be better, or a Michael Caine voice.
well, we'll reserve
Not
that.
that I'm sure Michael Caine wants to necessarily be affiliated with a lifestyle podcast and having some like weird.
He was in the
reviews.
60s. He was a swinger. We all saw Austin Powers. We know what he was like. It's fine. We all know it's true. Anyways, on that delightful note,
Yes.
Mrs. H, bring this bad boy to a close.
Thank you for a year of hopping into our bed.
Would you not have gone with thank you for hopping into our bed for a year?
No,
Really?
no, I didn't think of that.
Do you want to try a different one?
Well, how about we just thank you for hopping into our bed?
And since it's our 1 year anniversary, we have got a special merch offer.
We do?
We do.
Wow.
So, yeah, the first 10 people to get in touch
Uh-huh.
with us, right,
Uh-huh.
are going to get a free sticker or two.
Or two.
Yes, 2 whole stickers.
I have a question about the sticker.
Yes.
Are the 2 stickers the same
Yes.
or are they different?
No, they're the same sticker.
So we might just get 2 stickers of
Yes.
the same.
Yes.
All right. If I was getting 2 stickers, I'd want different ones.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't have 2 different types of stickers.
Oh,
Well,
this is awkward.
Okay, but if the new ones arrive, you can have a transparent one and a button
Ah.
one. There we go. And we'll send it to you gratis, of course.
Such trinkets.
I know. Precious things. Taters? What's taters? Anyways, yeah, but obviously you're going to need to send us your address and a name to send it to. And you're going to need to be careful that, you can pick a false name if you want.
That'd be really funny.
Send it to Carlos Spicy Wiener at, Clive
Mr.
Tree Avenue.
Wombat.
Yes. Mr. Wangbat.
I like it.
What, Wangbat?
I'm hoping that one of our listeners reaches out now and says, I'm Mr. Cockwomble. Please send me a sticker.
We will send it to Mr. Cockwomble if you want. But obviously you might need to explain that to the kids or to the mailman.
Awkward.
Very awkward. But yeah, so the first 10 people that get in touch, I'm going to say to the email address, which is bedhopperssuck@gmail.com.
You need to lose that. It's not doing anything for your street cred.
I didn't have any street cred in the first place. But yeah, if
You've got even less now.
Yeah, for the first 10 people that get in touch, that's great. We'll send you some stickers.
What if they tweet you instead, tweetheart?
But I shall tell them to fuck off and send me an email like I asked
Oh
them
my
to.
goodness.
What?
I'm going to tweet you just to see what you do.
Fuck off. I think we have 2 people that have sent us their addresses on Twitter already to send them some stickers. So we shall bundle them up into one lump and send them all stickers.
Lovely.
And if we get any other merch in the meantime, then, whatever.
It would be amazing.
Yeah, I might even see what we've got lying around the house again and send some other stuff out.
Like what?
No, I don't know. Does anyone want a chihuahua?
You can't send the trash panda.
No, I won't send the trash panda. Who else is going to keep me company on those cold,
And if you
cold
dare, send my cat anywhere.
nights?
No, not
Is
that
this a
cat.
Ghostbusters joke?
No.
My dog, he's called my cat.
Yes. I mean my big cat.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, there will be no pussies in the post.
Oh, no. Don't say that word.